your needs. Whether you prefer the softness of carpet, the durability of hardwood, the versatility of tile, or the affordability of vinyl, we've got you covered. We also offer luxury in vinyl plank LVP for those who want the look of hardwood with added durability. Serving McMinnville since 1969, Redmond's Carpet, 2512 Old Nashville Highway. Call them at 931-668-4900 for your next flooring option. Redmond's Carpet.
Happy Thursday. I'm Jamie Summers with your Main Street weather forecast. High today of 86, a low tonight, even cooler than last night. We're going to have a low of 64. Now, the big question is, what's it going to look like for fireworks tomorrow? We've got sunny skies all day long, and we're going to top out at 89. So it should be a good day for some family fun.
It's time for Simmons Says, the show that brings Warren County the latest news and stories from around the community. Hosted by Jeff Simmons, this program dives into everything from local events to major headlines. Stay tuned and stay informed.
Hello, welcome to the Simmons Says radio show here on WBMC 97.7 FM, AM 960, WBMC app, Facebook Live, and on YouTube at Main Street Media McMinnville. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. It's going to be the last one for us this week, Connor. We're done.
They finally canceled us?
Yes. Last show, they were nervous we'd make it to 100 and people would demand it to continue.
Was it the strike over the whole glizzy guzzling thing?
It might have been that. That might have finally been the one that they said, "Yep, we're done with this." No, it's just our last show of the week.
Okay, good.
No July 4th show. We will be off tomorrow, or the Simmons Says program will be off. I will not be off.
I was about to say
I'm doing a 5K. I'm going to be out at Midway covering stuff. I'll be probably writing stories. So no, yeah, July 4th is just another day at the office, man. Just not a day in the office.
Are you doing a 5K here and at Midway?
No 5K at Midway. They're just having festivities. They're doing. I think they have like a pie contest. So I might go out there and just eat some pie. That'd be a bit nice. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think would be the best one? It's 4th of July. Hey, by the way,
what kind of pie?
Well, my dad's here. We moved Friday up to my father and son Friday up to Thursday. So Dad's here.
Today's Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
So what do you think? I mean,
best kind of pie?
You have to go. Is it apple pie on July 4th?
Oh no, banana cream.
Banana cream pie?
Banana cream pie.
Wow, Connor.
That's the best kind of pie.
What do you think?
A cherry pie kind of guy.
Cherry pie kind of guy?
Ooh, I like cherry pie.
I think I'm pretty
Is
simple.
there a bad pie?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I doubt it. But I think I'm just going to be simple and say apple pie.
I like fried apple turnovers a lot.
Oh, yeah. Hey, now if we're talking about fried pie,
yeah,
that's a completely different subject here. Come on now. Now you're trying to change the game.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to expand the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a little surly this morning.
Never.
You came in here just a little bit on edge there.
Nah, not at all. I'm behind more than anything. I'm trying to get everything shared on Facebook.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I'm stalling, hoping that you would take the air for me, and you're not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm trying to sit here and type as we go. No.
I didn't get the clue. I didn't get the finger point.
You gotta go. It's your turn. Go.
It's your dad. Go. Yeah.
No, I appreciate everybody being here. And again, we're already in the comment section here. Let me see what's going on here. Cherry pie, says Angela Chesborough, and Emily Simmons says deep fried Oreos. Anyone? Hey.
Oh, good Lord.
Have your own. Hey, have your own fun. Yeah. Have your own fun on the 4th. You can eat whatever you want, especially fried food. Is it too late though? Is it too late for me to just join a hot dog eating contest instead of doing the 5K on the 4th?
It's too late.
I don't think there actually is like a hot dog eating contest in Warren County tomorrow. So I would like start trying to. I would just do my own.
No, here's the thing. You need to do both at the same time.
No, that sounds like a
5K and a hot dog eating contest as you're doing the 5K.
They have that. They have like a Krispy Kreme 5K, don't they? Where you have to eat a donut like every quarter mile or something like that, and it's you end up eating a dozen donuts and doing the 5K.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think there is one there. Hey, Kirby Williams says that she's with Emily with the deep fried Oreos. Ryan Williams says McDonald's needs to bring back the fried apple pie.
They do.
That would be, yeah.
Except for, do you remember eating all those every time? Every time you bite into one,
They're
there's a warning on it.
7,000 degrees.
Yes, they are. there was a warning on every packet, and I can remember I still burnt my mouth every single time I've been into
Do
one
they
of those.
not have
It's
those
worth it.
still? I thought they.
I don't think
is
they
there?
I haven't been in McDonald's in forever.
I've not been in McDonald's in the last
Nothing
at
against
least the last
McDonald's.
12 hours.
That's because they deliver once every 8 hours to your
Wait.
house, right?
Wait, no, let me do the math. What time did we leave here last night, Connor? We were here late.
Like
Yeah, it was.
8:30.
I have been to McDonald's in the last 12 hours
Yeah.
because I left here and went straight to McDonald's. I'm actually. Go ahead.
If you still want to do that hot dog eating contest, I know where there's one happening.
Oh, is it?
It's behind the bar with the rainbow flag.
Here we go.
Angela Chesborough just says, "Do the best you can tomorrow." I appreciate that. We will talk a little bit more about the 5K, but hey, we on Thursdays we can't skip Thursday segments. We do "Am I Too Old To?" sponsored by Silver Scissors, and and that is Tina Foster with Silver Scissors, 1012 South Chancery Street. Tina Foster is absolutely amazing. She's incredible at doing anything that you need her to do when it comes to hairstyling and in fact beard trimming. And I tried to do it myself. I think I need her to. I'm trying my best to keep her lines straight, but she's just better at it. She does beard trimming. She does men's haircuts, women's haircuts. She has Redken products. It's everything that you need. She's there for you, Tina Foster. And if you want to get in touch with Tina Foster, you can. Again, 1012 South Chancery Street if you want to go see her. But if you want to get in contact with her, you can also do that. You can give her a call and leave her a message, and she will get back with you on that. Her phone number is, as I tell you, is 931-212-6071. Again, just leave a message. She will get back in contact with you and get that taken care of. So, Silver Scissors, am I too old to? You actually said that you had an am I too old to question.
Yeah. My question is am I too old to run this 5K? Or, sorry, participate in. I'm not going to be running.
Yeah.
And I'm not, like last night I told you on your show, the Warren County Sports Authority, you said you were competing.
Yes.
No, I'm not competing. I'm just participating. I just want to be in there and complete the course. That's my goal. 45 minutes or less.
Are you too old to? I don't think so. In fact, I would say this much: Franklin Fisher, who just went and did the Senior Olympics, has been messaging me a lot. Hey, we need to get Dawn into the competitions next year.
Yeah.
So hey, maybe next year, not only are you not too old to compete in this 5K, it sounds like you need to start competing in the Senior Olympics next year.
Well, the Senior Olympics is different than the 5K. Senior Olympics, I'll be competing against people my age.
That is true.
Or closer.
Yeah, within a 5-year age range, I think is what they do. So yeah, you could do. Yeah. So no,
wouldn't
I don't
mind
think
doing
so.
that. You know, actually, my goal, Emily and I talked about this a lot.
Yep.
Our goal this year is to walk the 5K, but our goal next year is to run the 5K.
Wow.
The whole thing.
Wow.
I'm going to encourage you to do that, challenge you to do that.
Oh, okay.
Jeff's going to run the 5K next year.
Goodness gracious, man! People always putting these expectations on me. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I know Fisher did the 1,500 meter power walk this year.
Whew.
And I think when we talked to him about it, he said that it was like 90 something degrees, but it was on a rubber, like one of those artificial tracks that holds all the heat in.
Yeah.
So it's like he said it was like over 100 degrees on the surface down there.
Those things
sounds
are hot.
miserable. But
Yeah.
the one that he said was the worst was they wouldn't let them have headphones or anything.
Oh,
Which
no?
is a great question. We'll talk about that more about the strategy for tomorrow and everything like that. But
Absolutely.
yeah, are y'all going to have? Are you and Emily been training with headphones?
No,
Y'all
we
listen
have
to
not.
music? Y'all just sit there and talk.
Yep. We just talk back and forth.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm putting.
Well,
headphones
she
on.
does most of the talking. I'm just listening and trying to breathe. my talk consists of no, yeah. I sound like I'm having a baby the way I'm breathing. She's like, "Do your."
Fascinating. The best radio you can get here on WBMC 97.7 FM. My dad, Don.
You invited me.
Yeah.
You knew the risk.
Yeah. Am I too old to? Yeah, I don't think you're too old to participate in the 5K.
Participate, yes.
Compete. Well, let's be honest. No, none of it. There's only going to be a handful of people out of these 200 that'll be strictly speaking, competing in it.
That's
and I
true.
would say, but I think that age range is a little bit wider than you would think. I think I don't think anybody my age. Yeah, am I too old to? Is like, am I too old to be able to win a 5K? I would say so. I think 30. I think at 39, you would have to be a seasoned runner to still be in the shape and the condition to push in an 18-minute 5K, which is what's the bar that's been set for how to win here. I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of 39, 40-year-olds running 18-minute 5Ks.
No, but if you block a lot of the others out of the way or knock them out of the way, then, like you were talking about last night in Sullins, if you get out in front and just elbow your way and,
or just
trip some people.
Like a NASCAR driver, you just get out in front and just keep everybody behind you.
There you go.
You're just taking up every lane. Like, nah, y'all can't come around me.
Well, you could do like Ricky Bobby. You got a partner in crime that's running with you, and he's running interference all the time for you.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Just get you a team. You have Sullins and Trev and you, me. We're all out in front to start with. We can do all that block, and you just keep running.
Yeah. Like I just looked up on Google fastest 5K speed for a 39-year-old male, and they said a fast 5K time for a 39-year-old male would be under 23 minutes, with anything under 20 minutes being considered elite. A good time for this age group is generally considered to be around 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like at some point, at every athletic event and across the board, it becomes a young man's game.
That's true.
And I think that I would say for am I too old to ever win the Stars and Stripes 5K? Probably so.
You could win your age division.
But yeah, you could maybe win your age
there
division.
You go.
That might be the goal next year. I'll be in a new age division by next year probably.
That's right.
I'll be 40 to 44. I would be the young man in that age division.
There you go.
Could be the young man's game for me.
I think that should be our goal next year.
Try to run it.
Yep. Walk this year, run next year.
Okay. Well, hey, you gotta walk before you run.
Absolutely. And you're taking the first step. So, by the way, you're talking about looking up all that.
Yeah.
When I asked myself, was I too old to be doing this 5K? You know who the oldest person was, or what the age of the oldest person was to ever win an Olympic medal?
Olympic medal?
Yeah, an Olympic medal.
No clue.
72 years old.
In
guy won a
what?
bronze shooting.
Oh, okay.
That was the oldest Olympic event. It was 48, and it was a walking event.
Yeah.
The oldest person to win gold in a sprinting event was 32 years old. In the 1992 Olympics, I think it was. That won the 100 meters at 32 years old.
Yeah.
And that's a young man's game.
32 years old, and you said 92 or 96? 92.
Linford Christie.
Okay.
100 meters in the 92, I think it's Barcelona games.
Yeah, Barcelona was 92.
Yeah.
And then 96 was Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, hey, we're going to take a break here on the Simmons Says show. When we come back, we'll let everybody know about Father and Son Friday. We're just going to jump it up to Thursday. Oh, I want to give somebody an extra shout out. I know y'all were talking about fireworks a little bit, and had a special Simmons Says sponsor, one-day sponsor only. Was a fireworks stand that they wanted me to let everybody know about, and I appreciate that. And Southern Boone Fireworks, McMinnville 2822 Old Nashville Highway, left lot at Nico's Mexican. They will be open 24 hours for the rest of the weekend, for the rest of this week. 24 hours a day, July 3rd to July 6th. They're over there, and they also have a location in Smithville as well. They
serve hot dogs?
No clue. No clue about that. But from July 3rd to July 6th, they're going to be open 24 hours. So Southern Boom Fireworks, you can go check them out. We'll be back on the Simmons Says show.
When you join Durham School Services, you'll embark on a rewarding journey, developing connections with students as part of a community that feels like family. You'll have flexible hours, competitive pay, and a career that has a positive impact on the well-being and future of students. Durham School Services has immediate opportunities for school bus drivers. Want more information? Text JOBS to 63552 or visit careers.nellc.com. It's all about the journey, theirs and yours.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business make good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
On the Kenny 4 community calendar, the Rotary Club of McMinnville's 18th annual River Ride and Cleanup will be July 19th. Please join them to help make a difference this cleanup day. Bring your friends and family to pitch in and beautify our rivers. You can scan the QR code to sign up on the Facebook page of the McMinnville Rotary Club or McMinnvilleRotaryClub.com. Their goal is to clean up all 100 miles of the rivers in Warren County. They're providing all our volunteers with a coupon for $10 off lunch or dinner all day Saturday with Smooth Rapids, and also free breakfast from Hardee's. This is McMinnville Rotary Club's annual River Ride and Cleanup, July 19th. We'll see you at the river, and they can provide everything you need: kayak or canoe, trash bags, gloves, life jackets, safety kit. Once again, go to the McMinnville Rotary Club Facebook page or website, McMinnvilleRotaryClub.com. This has been your KNE4 Community Calendar.
As a parent, you know you can't prevent every accident. Play it safe with the right equipment. Add a mouthguard to your child's sports or recreational equipment list to help prevent the impact of a painful and costly facial injury. Mouthguard should be fitted so it does not misalign the jaw, lightweight, strong, easy to clean, properly sized, covering the upper and lower teeth and gums. If your child does sustain a facial injury, seek an evaluation from an oral and maxillofacial surgeon. OMSs are experts in handling injuries to the face, mouth, and jaws. Learn more at myoms.org.
All right, hey, we're back on the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I want to thank Douglas and Lanier, 474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. Douglas Lanier is where local businesses turn for serious protection. The team of agents at Douglas and Lanier understand what it takes to keep your business covered. Smart coverage, straight talk. That is Douglas and Lanier.
Douglas and Lanier.
See, that's how we do ad reads here on the Simmons Says show.
That's a good one.
Hey, we did do bad. I think Ansley did okay last night when she did her ad read for McCorkle.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so
I thought she did very well.
yeah. Tim Witten in the comments, or Drew. It started with Drew Walker said, "I need to pull an Eddie Guerrero tomorrow, or lie, cheat, and steal your way to a win." To which I said, "I think cheating feels like my best bet." Tim Witten, I said, "If you're going to be competitive, yes, Don's got a solid plan." I also threw out the idea last night. I don't know if I said it on the air or if I was talking about it, that I would just stop in at Hardee's, and then when y'all go into Westwood and do it. Because have you looked up the path at all?
No, I have not.
I think it's online. You can look at it.
They were talking about it today with Michael Benushis.
Yeah. So did he kind of explain
Court
it?
Square, wrap around up towards
Back on
Morford.
Morford.
Go
Hardee's.
Morford up to Hardee's.
Yeah.
Take that left down to
The bridge.
across the bridge,
Yep.
down to I think Ben Lomond Drive.
Ben Lomond Drive? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ben
Make
Lomond
that
Drive, loop it back to Westwood Avenue, and then
Yeah.
back up.
No, we're going right by my house.
Yeah,
Both of them.
yeah.
Our old house and our new house.
Yeah. So then it'll be Ben Lomond all the way down to Ben Lomond to Westwood Avenue, down Westwood Avenue, back around front Westwood Avenue, up across the bridge, back up Tyler Martin, then straight in. Okay, yeah, that's what I kind of thought it was because we were. I mean, if you remember, it's on 4th of July. You've probably seen people.
Oh, I have, yeah.
That come in front of the house all the time because I mean, you live in that area. I won't say exactly where y'all are at over there.
We live on Westwood Drive.
Yeah, you live on Westwood Drive. But I remember when I lived on Westwood Drive that they would come over there. So they've been running that same route for a while. Yeah, that won't be that bad. That'd be kind of nostalgic.
Well, they were when we used to live at Sunset Drive.
Yeah,
they used to come by that way too.
Yeah,
that was part of the route.
And y'all said that you and Emily have completed y'all's own 5K in Westwood. So y'all have probably walked through Ben Lomond or probably Morrison Street.
Not through Ben Lomond. What we did was stayed on Westwood First Avenue all the way over to where it gets to Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Then went down Arrowhead till it got to South Arrowhead, and went South Arrowhead to Morrison Street, and then Morrison Street all the way back to First Avenue and up there. It's actually 3.8 miles is what we were walking.
And y'all did, and you did that in 45 minutes,
no,
y'all just figured out.
We know that when you get back to Westwood 4th Avenue on that route, you're at 3.1 miles.
Oh, okay, so that was what it was.
And we were timing ourselves to that, and then we timed ourselves the rest of the way too. So
yeah,
but we finished both days under 45 minutes. Emily is a lot better than me, obviously. I mean, if anybody saw us walking on Monday, they saw Emily at Westwood 4th Avenue, and they saw me still back at Boyd Christian School.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Shout out. Yeah, yeah, that'll be good to go. Yeah, if you want to station yourself to help the Simmons Says show, or just me, just this Simmons, If anybody wants to be at Hardee's, what time's the race start? 7:30. I'm saying Hardee's is probably what 1/3 of the way, probably a third to a half of the way there. Yeah, have that Diet Coke ready. Have that Diet Coke ready at about, I don't know, let's say 7:50.
You want me to leave the basement door open to the house? You just duck in there real quick.
Duck in there, get a Sprite Zero.
Leave a cooler out on the road.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. Yeah, I like that. I really like that idea.
Just take it off the wall there.
Oh, man, that'd be so funny. Coming across the line, just
coming across the line
both
with
hands,
one of those hats on, with a beer can on each side. Well, I'm sorry, not a beer can, a Diet Coke can.
Yeah, Diet Coke can. Yeah, come on, man.
With a big straw.
Had to do it.
He's planted them along the route.
Emily asked if I wanted someone to throw me a sausage biscuit too. Hey, don't tempt me, Emily. Don't tempt me. Mm-hmm. Hey, Hardee's should just be the unofficial sponsor of the Simmons Says the 5K tomorrow, because I've shouted them out a few times. Different. No, like I said on the show last night, I'm just really looking forward to walking through historic McMinnville, historic downtown McMinnville, and then going over to Westwood and having a great showing.
Don't drag me into that.
What?
Historic. I told you last night. I was feeling historic at my age until you guys started talking about that. Now I'm just old.
Rob had a great point there. There's a difference between being historic and being old.
Sometimes
That's right. You're just old.
Well, you have to be old before you can be historic.
I
think.
Fair.
Yeah.
Drew Walker says pull a Stone Cold and crush some cans while crossing the line. Connor, make sure you have my theme music ready if I'm going to do that.
I'll have it pulled up.
Yeah.
Just don't let me be around. I don't want to get soaked in all that Diet Coke. No.
Man, I love me some Diet Coke. I love me some Diet Coke. I don't know what to do. I missed it this week because I've not had nearly as much as I usually do.
Maybe that's why you're so surly this morning.
It might be. It really might be.
Caffeine withdrawal.
It could be that. Yeah, I do have a headache.
It's a wicked thing, my friend.
It really is. And I mean, like, it's not that I've just went completely cold turkey with it, but I have probably had maybe like one Diet Coke a day all week. Wow. Whereas normally I would start the day with like two. You've been in here.
You should have told me that. I could have sold my Coke stock before you start doing all that.
Don't worry. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. I'll be back next week.
All right. Yeah, but you didn't tell me that before now.
All right. Hey,
That's not fair.
Again, want to make sure we thank our sponsor on the show here, Douglas and Lanier. So, Simmons Says is brought to you in part by Douglas and Lanier, your hometown insurance experts from home and auto to business and life. They have you covered. Call or visit dnlagency.com today and experience service that goes beyond expectations. 474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. We will be back after the break on the Simmons Says Show. Yep.
Just one question. Does Douglas and Lanier, are they aware that you're going to be in this 5K, and have they insured you in any way for the 5K?
We can talk about that after the break. We'll be back on the Simmons Says Show.
Hot air, so hot it hurt, so hot air.
Talk Radio, WBMC News is next.
10 years. What an honor to serve our community as Best of the Best Nursing Home for 10 years in a row. Did you know at NHC Healthcare that we offer a specialty in lymphedema treatment, an option for a short respite stay, and lots of local people to serve you and your family? Stop by and visit us at 928 Old Smithville Road and follow our Facebook page at NHC Healthcare McMinnville to see what really makes us the best of the best.
In the Main Street Journal News, Main Street McMinnville held its annual meeting Tuesday night at College River Barbecue, highlighting a year of progress, community engagement, and economic development. Executive Director Jennifer Flatt Meredith detailed accomplishments, including $18.5 million in reinvestments, 5 new businesses, 22 building rehabs, and over 30 new jobs downtown. The organization hosted 21 events last year, drawing more than 31,000 attendees, and logged over 1,200 volunteer hours. MSM also announced a Levitt grant proposal for a fall music series, as well as plans to enhance Spring and East Morford streets. New board members include Malgosia Porter, Kendra Matheny, Veronica Sparkman, and Joe Schoolfield, with Raven Young elected president. Awards were presented to Main Street Media for Investor of the Year, Robert and Yvette McCormick for Volunteers of the Year, and Young for Downtown Revitalization. Former board members Adam Hollinsworth, Meredith Woodley, Chad Graves, and Hunter McDonald were all recognized for their service. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
Douglas and Lanier, that's where I choose to be. Douglas and Lanier, that's the agency for me.
For rock-solid insurance coverage or sound financial planning for my family's future, Douglas and Lanier is where I choose to call home.
Call Douglas and Lanier, your local Erie agents, at 811 Faulkner Springs Road, McMinnville, at 931-474-0044.
Happy Thursday. I'm Jamie Summers with your Main Street weather forecast. High today of 86, a low tonight, even cooler than last night. We're going to have a low of 64. Now, the big question is, what's it going to look like for fireworks tomorrow? We've got sunny skies all day long, and we're going to top out at 89. So it should be a good day for some family fun.
Hello and welcome back to the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am Jeff Simmons, your host. I'm joined by Don Simmons. We had to move up.
Howdy.
We had to move up Father and Son Friday to Thursday because we're not going to have a show tomorrow. I mean, we're not going to be live.
We'll have a show, but we won't be on.
What are they going to do, Connor? Are they just going to replay today, or are we going to have different kind of programming?
You talking about for tomorrow?
Yeah, we haven't even talked about this.
What we'll do is we'll end up rebroadcasting
the
5K.
Oh, okay.
Where it's just you heavy breathing into the mic for an hour.
I want to know the ratings for that show.
And
could be amazing.
Let's just back in with Jeff. See where he's at in the race. Jeff, how you doing?
He's at Hardee's. He's been at Hardee's for 30 minutes.
Why did I sign up for this?
Who made me do this?
Hello.
My beard. It's going to be waxed.
Oh, man. See, that hasn't even been brought up for weeks.
I've been thinking about it.
For weeks, we haven't brought that up, and then you come back with it today.
Save Jeff's beard.
Hey, the time is 45 minutes.
The time is 45 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Hey, we want to make sure we get to our sponsors, and we'll see what Connor's got to sell today. Reddick Brown Ford, 5917 Manchester Highway, in the market for a vehicle out there on Highway 55. You can get the largest selection and best prices of Ford cars, trucks, SUVs. Reddick Brown is where business is done the simple way. From test drive to the drive home, the process is easy. And until July 7th, folks, just 4 more days, you pay what the employees pay. They got employee match pricing, so you can go out there and get deals at Reddick Brown Ford, 5917 Manchester Highway. Woo!
All right.
Vroom, vroom. Vroom. Yeah.
Our about that employee pricing, right?
Well, but the employee pricing?
Yeah.
Well, I have heard about it.
It's now first come, first serve, gets the entire lot.
That is not true. Disclaimer, the only ad reads that you can believe on this show are the ones that I do, not Connor.
Well, now, Connor, in fairness to Connor, didn't say cars.
Oh, yeah.
You just win the lot.
Oh, just the lot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, we got some top-notch commercial ideas for Reddick Brown Ford. We were talking about that last night. Don't want to spoil it because, hey, there was a creative genius behind it who wanted to take all the credit for it, and he can whenever we do it. But it was an incredible idea. So we're going to have to pull that one off.
I can't wait for this.
I'm telling you, it's a great idea. It's fantastic. It is Connor, am I wrong? It is a fantastic idea.
It is fantastic.
Even Connor, who's not impressed by anything, was like, "Yeah, I kind of want to do that right now."
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Anyways, all right. Hey, but it is Father and Son Friday, so let us know. I mean, we gotta get coached up. I got every Friday, now Thursday because we had to move up a day. Bring Dad in, give me a little bit of coaching. Been my life coach up for 39 years. So what do I need to get coached up on this week? What have we missed? What have we gotten right?
Well, let's do the week in review. You didn't get anything wrong. Everything was right, but there's a few things I wanted to ask you. You know, first of all, congratulations on your awards.
Oh, thank you.
You won.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah,
it's read each one of those stories.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird to keep. You know, like I'm like cool. The first time I won it was real awesome. I was really pumped about it. Now I'm just like, yeah. Now I'm just mad because I got second. Now I'm just mad because I got second in writing. I'm not really. I was looking more at like, you couldn't tell me I won two. I was just mad about the one that I didn't win.
Oh, so winning has become so commonplace to you that it's not exciting anymore?
It's more that I hate losing more than I like winning.
Oh, I see. Okay. Huh. Well, I don't know where you got that from.
Sound familiar?
I don't know where you got that from. But let me ask you a question. How do you go about selecting the stories that you submit?
Oh, man, that's a great...
Because you write a whole lot of stories.
Yeah, I mean, I've already written 200 stories for the Journal, and we've only been we've only been going for like 100 days.
Yeah. And imagine what it was like when you were at the Standard.
I didn't write nearly this much at the Standard as much as I write a lot more on the Journal than I do at the Standard. I was only writing. You think about it. We only had three. You only have 3 papers a day, and I was probably doing 3
papers a day.
3 papers a week. And I was probably doing 3, maybe 4 stories max a week. So I was doing I was probably doing 10 to 12 stories. Now I'm doing, like I said,
that's over 500 a year, and you had to pick one out of all of those to send.
No, for personal column, I only got to put 1, but that was I don't write a lot of as many columns, but sports coverage I had to pick 4 issues.
4 issues.
4 total issues. I had to pick 1 out of each quarter. So I had to, January through March, you understand what quarters mean, hopefully. Yeah. And then for sports writing, I got to submit up to 10, but at least I had to submit at least 6. How I did it, I go back and every year I'll go through every single one of the stories that I wrote. I just go through the front. I basically just only go to the front pages because if I didn't put it on the front page, it probably wasn't if there's no great story I think I've ever written that I didn't put on the front page of the sports.
Right.
Because I was the one that I built my pages, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to put a great story on 2.
It wouldn't be one of those that's continued on page 8B.
No, usually not. No. So I mean, I try to put anything, but then I go through and then I try to.
Do you have anybody else read those with you and say, "Hey, what do you think?" It's all what you think.
It's all about what I think.
Okay.
When it comes to that, in fact, I was one of the ones that basically chose almost all the selections we did for the standard.
Oh, is that
a
right?
lot of now Seth,
not just yours. That's
Seth
a lot
would
of
make
work.
Seth would make his own recommendations, but there were like some categories they were like, "Hey, just try to figure out some stuff for us." But yeah, like Seth made his own recommendations for business and headlines and stuff like that. So the stuff that he won, that was his like some of the in general, there was people that would give me some suggestions, but for the most part, I would go through and try to make the final picks of it. But I'd been doing that for like the last 5 or 6 years, so I kind of knew what and went to the banquets for a few years too, so I knew what they were looking for.
Did you kind of have an idea of what you thought was going to be your best story that you wanted to submit before you even started?
Well, there's sometimes this is just like it's a little inside baseball on that. You know when you get a topic whether or not it's going to like I know when I get a topic, hey, I can write that into a TPA award. I can take that topic, or I can take like. The one that I would give people, like the one that I can immediately comes off the top of my head for one was Leela Beatty, the pageant queen that was here, who's been on my Simmons Says show.
Yeah, she's the reason you've got a crown and a sash and a scepter.
Well, I talked to her about her story and her pageant and getting back into dancing and all that, and we ended up running that as a front page story. I knew from the 30-minute talk that I had with her, I was like, this is going to be a phenomenal feature story, and we're going to submit this to the TPAs, and I think it ended up getting like second last year.
Okay.
So, like sometimes you just know. When
Do you
you're
feel
writing.
That way about your topics on the show here?
There are times. Oh yeah, there's definitely times where I'm like, hey, this show's going to be better than the next show because I have better topics like right now. I mean, for Sports Authority last night, we even talked about it. It's dead period right now. It's really tough. It's really tough to have the Sports Authority show in the middle of dead period. And to be honest, we're still going to be there through the rest of July. There's not going to be a lot. I mean, I know everybody. There's somebody that's screaming right now that's probably saying, "Oh, well, it's Sports Authority." Like you can go like Centertown. I was like, yeah, you can get a segment off of that. We do a 2-hour show.
The irony of that, a 2-hour show. When was the last time you did a 2-hour show?
We do like a 3-hour show.
You're more to like the SS Minnow. It's a 3-hour tour every Wednesday night.
Yeah, that is true. But no, it with even my radio show or the Sports Authority or anything like that, or even right now the Main Street Journal. Trev brought up one last night. Like he was talking about the Napa, the Trev's TNT Power Broker of the Week. He was talking about the Blankenship kid that won a race. I'm like, hey, I want that name. Give me that name. I'll go write a story about that.
Right.
Because while we're in the midst of the dog days of summer, that's a story that that has some legs.
Yeah, I thought it was ironic last night. Y'all started out the dog days of summer and how tough it was to find anything to cover.
Yeah.
And then you spent 3 hours, talking on your show about all the different things that you talked about.
Yeah, well,
you guys don't ever run out of anything to talk about.
No, we don't usually do that. Now, granted, it helped that Ansley was here, and when we ended up on a 20-minute diatribe about naming Ansley's daughter, and that went crazy. Drew Walker says you can talk more about the IDB this summer. Yeah, that'd be fun. Just stuff like that. I mean, you're always gonna find topics. I mean, like I wrote a story this week that had nothing to do with sports.
I know. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Are you branching out?
Let's take a break and then we can talk a little bit more about that because we are running up on a break. But
sorry about that.
No, it's not fun. It's fine. Reddit Brown Ford, where service meets you and your time comes first. Go on the website redditbrownford.com to schedule your service today and let Jordan, the service manager, and the fine team take care of your vehicle. Reddit Brown Ford, 5917 Manchester Highway. Again, employee pricing out at Reddit Brown Ford. You pay what they pay until July 7th.
Big girls don't cry. Big girls, they
Make your car shine like new with a full auto detail from Reddick Brown Ford, now up to 50% off at mainstreetshopper.llc. And while you're at it, snag gift certificates to Cumberland Biscuit Company, Southern Traditions Gifts, and Old Oak Mercantile. Perfect for gifting or keeping. Local deals done right. Head to mainstreetshopper.llc today.
Considering that new Ford vehicle? Now is the time. Don't delay. And at Rogers Valley Ford, save now with the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event before the tariffs hit. Swing by and take a test drive this week. Ed Rogers has a full lineup of inventory. What's your favorite? Mustangs? A Ford Bronco? At Rogers Valley Ford can put you inside your new Ford F-150, Ford Mavericks in stock and ready for your garage. Now is the best time to buy with Ford Employee Pricing. Plus, buy now before the tariffs begin. Every vehicle is tariff-free with Ford Motor Company Employee Pricing. You don't want to wait any longer. See the Ford of your choice this week and take a test drive. 111 Auto Lane, Sparta, just off Highway 111. Or see the current in-stock inventory at RogersValleyFord.com. Save now on the new car, truck, or SUV you need before the tariffs. From Ed Rogers Valley Ford, 30 years serving the Upper Cumberland with that friendly hometown feel.
Warehouse Discount Grocery, serving McMinnville and Warren County with the best meats, freshest produce, and the best prices on all your favorite groceries. Listen to these specials. Sundrop Dr. Pepper, 6-pack, 0.5 liters, 4 for $9. Sager Creek Chicken Tenderloins, 3-pound bag, $5.99. IQF Catfish Strips, 3-pound bag, $9.99. And be sure to check out the full-service deli featuring meats from Charter Reserve. Open 7 days a week at 835 Smithville Highway. Warehouse Discount Groceries, WDG.
Oh, why won't this work?
Don't lose your cool. Call Black's Heating and Air for a preseason check-in service on your central air conditioning system. It can increase the life and dependability of your unit while reducing the chances of a very sticky situation.
Unbelievable!
Get that air conditioner checked now.
This is Benny Black.
And this is Seth Black with Black's Heating and Air.
Call today, 931-668-0785.
Benny's slogan at Black's Heating and Air is, once you've had Black, you won't go back.
Mention this ad and you can get a discount.
Make the places you care about more comfortable and energy efficient with TVA Energy Right. It all starts at EnergyRight.com, where you can find everything you need to lower your energy usage for your home or your business. Contact Caney Fork Electric Energy Advisors Dale or Chris at 931-473-3116 or go to EnergyRight.com to start living and working more energy efficiently. Caney Fork Electric along with EnergyRight.com for all your energy needs. Brought to you by Caney Fork Electric Cooperative and TVA.
WBMC McMinnville, 960 AM and 97.7 FM. WBMC.
All right. Hey, we're back on the Simmons Says show here, WBMC 97.7 FM. Want to make sure we thank our sponsors. The Cafe at Tree City, 809 Sparta Street. Open 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily, and skilled baristas will be waiting and are passionate about crafting that perfect cup. We're going to figure out, well, I don't know. We're going to hopefully next week know more about that London Fog latte. Hopefully, because there was somebody that I don't know. Do you want to sound the bat signal?
Where in the world is Elena rolling?
Oh wow!
You guys used to play that game. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
That I think that's the next game you guys should do. Where in the world is Elena rolling?
I know where Elena is right now, so
yeah, but you can start
cheating.
giving out clues and everybody can start guessing, right?
Yeah,
just
that would be funny.
Start with the flag of the country that she's in the city. And,
yeah, that would be funny to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure she would appreciate that. As far as I know, she will be back on Monday, so we'll see how that goes.
As far as you know. Oh, so the mystery continues.
She's a world traveler, you know. The one thing I always tell people, because they're like, "Hey, when you get her back?" I'm like, "Elena's an intern, and I don't."
She's the highest paid intern here.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not writing her a check to come on the Simmons Says show. So if I'm not paying her to be here, then if she says, "Hey, our family had a vacation plan that I didn't really want to miss," I'm not going to tell her, hey, you got to miss it.
Come on,
It's not how that works.
Be that kind of boss.
I don't think that's how that works anyways. I don't know. But yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, where in the world is Elena Rowland?
I think she's just building up the suspense for when she comes back.
Yeah.
And
I think she was just waiting to see if I got through the July. If I didn't get through the 5K, she might just
take over.
She just takes over next Monday.
Welcome to the Elena Rowland Show.
Yeah, rolling. Just be
sorry to hear about the
replaced.
passing of Jeff Simmons.
That being said, here I am. We forgot about him.
Yeah,
we did. We did say last night that the sports authorities should go on. Don't even miss a single episode.
And Connor, I am surprised you didn't play that song by from Titanic.
Oh yeah,
you should have done that while they were talking about it. I almost texted you and said, "Hey Connor, this is a perfect opportunity. You need to be playing that song." Celine Dion.
Just let it run and let it run really slow and low underneath it.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
That's right. I missed a great opportunity. But yeah, she's building up stories and everything for coming back. Is she going to be here till what? August, I guess?
The end of July is what I keep hearing.
End of July.
Yep.
Well, I think that would be fun to play that game. Where in the world is Elena Rowland?
Yeah. We'll see how we'll see what ends up happening. Emily said she could wear a red striped shirt like Waldo. And of course, Drew Walker, listening to the outro music that Connor had, said, hearing Big Girls Don't Cry takes me back to the days when 3-Star Cinema played only Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons before the movies began.
Well, see, I don't understand that selection. If you're going to play the Four Seasons, you should say Walk Like a Man for this week instead of Big Girls Don't Cry.
I think
I love both those songs.
I think Connor, he might be onto something on the one that he's going with. And of course, Jessica Raper asked in the comment section, any family coordinating patriotic wear for tomorrow? I've not heard anything about it, and I will not be participating.
No.
I was thinking about
the theme is comfort.
Yes. Now I do I think I have a blue shirt and like some red shorts. So I'm like, there's red, and then so I was like, red, white, and blue. I'm pretty much taken care of.
Well, I can tell you what Emily and I are wearing.
Yeah.
Warren County Sports Authority shirts.
Hey, there you go.
Is that going to match your American flag Speedo that you're wearing for the race?
It's not.
You talking about mine or his?
Either.
I don't know.
That could be the winning strategy right there, because everybody else just leaves.
Yeah, I guarantee you there will be nobody behind me.
Yeah. No, everybody's too afraid to like catch up. They're like, ooh.
Fall back.
No.
Gather more distance.
Oh man, that would be that for looking for ways to win.
Yeah. Got to do what you got to do.
You go ahead. I don't want to win that much.
I told you,
really competitive, Joe.
I'm really competitive, but it has its limits.
Remember, we're not competing; we're just participating.
Participating this year, yeah.
That's right.
We're
this year,
competing next year. We're going to try and win our divisions next year. We're just trying to get our feet wet on this one this year. Before the break, you asked a little bit. What were you asking about? I forgot.
Well, how you select the stories, and then we got into the fact that you covered a story that wasn't sports this week, which was really surprising me, but it was a really good article. I enjoyed it.
I appreciate that.
Especially the topic.
Yeah, I just so happened I was in the office. I was trying to get those clips that we put out of the Simmons Says show or the Sports Authority show,
which are awesome
together. Appreciate that. And it's funny. It always cracks me up that the 1 minute clips, like 2 or 3 of them, will get almost like twice as many views as like the entire show. It's like I'm like, okay, like you can watch the whole show, and
they're funny.
I think people now are like, no, we'll just wait for the highlights.
Hey,
you just give me the highlights, we'll watch those.
I had a suggestion for you too, based on that. But what's that? We'll get back into that later. Finish your story about the writing this other story.
Yeah, I was doing that, and on my computer I had Facebook up because I knew I was going to be loading them into Facebook, so I already had it up. And there was a video; it just popped up, and it was the live historic zoning meeting. And I was kind of listening to it, kind of doing something else. And like I said, I think the biggest thing was when Michael Griffith was talking about East versus West Main Street and was like, and said something about, hey, we might even need to just like drop them. And I was like, oh, I mean, it's basically, like I said, it kind of comes into picking your topics and stuff like that. I was like, what he just said.
Ding, 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 ding.
I was like, that's something that people would. I'm sitting there thinking, people, if they heard that, they're gonna want to know. They're gonna, whoa, that's the chair of the historic zoning committee saying, hey, maybe we should just drop certain spots of the historic zoning because it just. And I think it was followed up by like, yeah, the city just doesn't fund one side of Main Street as much as they do the other side. I'm like, now y'all are really saying some things that I'm like, that people are going to want to hear, because as Sullins pointed out last night, I think it's not that hard. He said it. It's common sense. You start looking at it. East Main Street versus West Main Street. It's not the same. It's not the same past basically where we're at right now. Any further down West Main Street is not the same as if you start going here and leaving going east.
Well, don't give all this away. Make people go and read the article.
Oh, yeah.
You could sell subscriptions for that. That was a good article.
Sign of the times.
And it was a very interesting read. I wish I'd have seen it live that you watched. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was just a lot of stuff in there. But no, how it happened was just by chance. I just happened to be sitting at the desk and it came on, and I turned it on and was just kind of listening. It was right when they started the conversation about the sign and everything. And to be honest, the sign talk of it is interesting. It's very interesting being in this building. Right. With the sign talk, because of course with Chad Graves and all that, he's went through this.
They fought that fight before.
In fact, I'd love to know what Chad's got behind the mic on Monday. I wonder if maybe he could bring on Michael and them have a little bit of talk about signs. That would be amazing.
Sure they could have a good conversation.
That would be amazing. But
he was in the comments last night.
I was gonna say maybe Graves could pull Mike on the show next Monday and talk some signs on Main Street. That would be amazing. But
Connor, there's a song called Signs.
Yeah, but again, it just got the more to me. The sign thing, you heard my feelings about it if you listened to Sports Authority last night. I don't care. It does not. I don't care if they have a digital sign, and I don't care what it looks like. It's their sign. I don't care. But the more was when they started talking about East versus West. I'm like, I'm sure there's more than a few people that think that too.
Well, they approved the sign. They just didn't like the sign after they saw the sign.
Yeah. They saw the sign and it opened up their eyes. They saw it.
Yeah, they saw the sign.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So
Ace of base.
I'll be interested to see how it keeps following up on that, because at some point you're just like, at that point, now they're talking about trying to craft like documents to be very specific on that. I'm like, at what point are you just going to have to? They're going to just have to put all their design approvals through you, and everything that they do basically has to be done exactly how you want it done. I'm like, at that point.
Well, it sure sounded like that.
That's exactly what I was sitting there thinking. Was that at some point they're just going to be like, you're going to have to.
We're going to design the sign for you.
Yeah, we'll design it for you. And we got it, and you'll pay, and you pay for it.
But they did say that it wasn't what they expected.
Yeah. Now there is a caveat on the you pay for it thing. Was I think they had actually applied through that grant that was through Main Street McMinnville. Was that with the beautification and then the front of the stores, and
yeah,
you got another son that had some thoughts about that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But I think they had applied, and I think that might have been like some aspects of how they were going to do that. But I don't think they're going to get. I don't think they're getting that funding through that. So I think they're just going to end up having to pay out of pocket for that sign. So I don't know. At that point, if I thought I had a grant that was paying for that sign, and then I did the sign, and they're like, no, that's not good enough, we're not going to give you the grant money for it, then I would be like, okay, if it's my sign and I'm having to pay for it, it's going to look exactly how I want it to look like. I don't care anymore.
Well, I did want you to bring that up on the show today, because I think that's what your show was originally when you first started it.
Yeah.
Is what's going on in McMinnville.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really good topic.
Yeah, and like I said, I'd
should devote more time to it.
I would love to hear Graves talk a little bit more about it on Monday.
Well, why don't you bring him on?
Graves?
Yeah, you bring him on.
Bring him on the Simmons Says show to talk signs.
Then he can have you on his show.
No.
You could talk about
a little home and home.
Yeah, that's right. You get to ask the questions, then I get to ask the questions.
Oh, I got some questions for Graves.
You gonna have some overtime today?
I don't know. You want to go OT?
If Connor will.
Connor, we got a little OT today?
Yeah, we can go OT.
All right. Hey, we're going to make sure we thank everybody. Hey, thank Cafe at Tree City, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily, 809 Sparta Street. The chai lattes that they've brought in. Go try those. And we're going to wrap up the radio portion, 97.7 FM show, and then we're going to come back in and do a little bit of OT. I think Dad's got a little bit more things he wants to ask me about, talk about. So thanks for everybody for joining us. We will not be here tomorrow live. Sorry, apologize. But we will be back next Monday, 9 a.m. Hey, welcome back to the OT portion of the Simmons Says show. Again, I want to make sure we thank all of our sponsors on the Simmons Says show. Douglas and Lanier, Reddick Brown Ford, and the Cafe at Tree City.
And the fireworks.
Yeah, oh, yeah, just for the day. Yeah,
for the day.
Boom.
Don't forget.
Yeah. Hey, sorry.
Easy. Come on now.
Easy now, just for the day.
Just for the day. Connor, you're doing a great job on music today, as usual.
I appreciate that.
Really good.
Southern Boom Fireworks over there on.
But you've been
Old
awful
National
quiet
Highway.
today, Connor. Is there something wrong?
No, I'm having to fix some reports really quick.
Yeah, we've been. I think we did like a big time changeover yesterday on WBMC. Like and Connor, Connor told me this morning. He goes, I think we're going to be good, but it made me a little nervous because I think. Before the Sports Authority last night, he was like, "Yeah, you might not hear any sound on the breaks," and then we ended up having that short break at one point. So I think Connor's been like behind the scenes.
A hard time about that.
I didn't know. I knew it wasn't his fault. I just looked up and I'm like, we only got 30-second break. What happened, man?
Yeah, that was like I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we also probably found out that there was probably commercials running over, in our audio,
which is like the worst part because like you can't hear it. So I was trying to fix everything else, and I was like, "So, are there commercials still running?"
Yeah. So if you listened on like the A block on the radio last night, 97.7, you might have heard like our conversation plus commercials underneath it the entire time. So
wow,
my apologies.
That's okay.
I can't, like I said, it's like Connor said, you don't hear that I can't hear that in my headset. He's not hearing that in his headset. So we're kind of like, hey, sorry.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't have the radio over here trying to listen to both. Had a little bit of OT today.
Good.
Yeah. So, Padre, what'd you want to talk about in OT? I think you had one more topic you wanted us to get to.
Oh, I've got several if you want them to, but I mean, we'd spend 3 hours. But the biggest thing I wanted to do is talk about your 100th show coming up.
Okay.
Today's what, number 91?
91.
Yeah.
Yep. The countdown is on. We're within 10.
That's right. So if I'm correct
Talk
in my
radio,
math.
WBMC News is next.
Say like radio.
If I'm correct in my math.
Yes.
2 weeks from today will be your 100th show on July the 17th.
Would it be I think it'd be the 16th.
You're not having a show tomorrow.
Oh, good point. Got 5 next week, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. No, 100. The 100th it'll be a Thursday.
That's what I said, Thursday the 17th.
Oh yeah, my bad, man. I saw you here and I started thinking it was a Friday. Yes, 2 weeks from today we'll be the 100th episode. Yes.
I mean, I know I'm old and everything, but I'm still pretty good at math.
Yeah, you're not bad.
I'm not bad at math.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know that one of the things you have planned for your 100th show is Connor's face reveal. Which, by the way, Connor, I saw your face yesterday.
Oh, he's
on the stream.
Yeah, whenever you leaned over.
Oh,
I think you were answering the phone. You were talking to somebody on the phone, and I saw it. So we already had a Connor face reveal.
Oh, hey, easy now. Let's not
people are going to go back and watch the episode.
Delete it right now. You're not ruining this for me, Connor. That's the biggest thing for 100th.
They see my face, and that's the first time they feel bad for you. They're like, you have to work with that dude?
Oh, Connor, no.
Yeah, that's one of. Yeah, I think
there's
that's
so many
one of
people
our
that are
plans.
anxious to see your face, Connor.
Yeah, I think
and to meet you.
Yeah,
you should have a meet and greet for Connor.
We probably
on
could.
your 100th show.
Yeah, Connor, how do you feel about doing a meet and greet for the 100th show? You want to just have any Connor fans just be waiting outside the studio whenever we're done with the 100th show. He'll sign autographs.
Yes.
Yeah, we can make that work.
And, of course, you'll reveal your Venmo, as you usually do.
He'd do that right now.
Are you going to call it the Jay Walker Memorial Show? That's what I want to know. That'd be a good one.
I guess we could. I'm anxious to see if Jay's there tomorrow. I ain't got to talk I ain't got to talk to him since all this, and I think Jay's got a good sense of humor. He's probably had a good laugh about it. But I do know that Drew's had a good time about talking about it in the comment section too.
He brings that up every time in the comment section. But here's the one thing I wanted to ask if you wanted to try.
What's that?
I think it'd be great. We were talking about shorts before, because your shorts really are good, and they're usually either the most serious part of your show or the funniest part of the show.
Traditionally.
Right. But I think what you should do is have a countdown of the most viewed shorts that you've put out since you started that. Like a greatest hits for your program.
The greatest hits of the Simmons Says show.
And you could have different people come in and talk about the different shorts that they had.
Oh,
like Jay Walker could, come back from the dead and talk about some of the shorts that he's had on there.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
Or he could have Jay commenting on all of the shorts. Well, Jeff, that was a really good short there.
Everybody has a Jay Walker. Yeah. Everybody has a Jay
Walker.
Yeah,
they do. But anyway, I thought that'd be really good to count that down. Do you, off the top of your head, do you know what the most viewed short is that you've ever had?
I'm actually searching through right now on the Simmons Says Facebook page, because that's where I put all my shorts. I just saw one that popped up that had over 2,000 views. That was Chris Terry telling the story about how he wrapped that his
Christmas paper.
The Christmas, wrapped the entire house on there. I want to say there's one with Matt Turner when Turner came on for the 50th show that had over 2,000 views. I want to say that might have been Kyra Perkins and Leela Beatty back-to-back weeks where those skyrocketed. I can't exactly recall what there's one with Bryant Ralph and Mickey Ralph that almost had 3,000 views. So
most of those were Ralphs, I guess.
Leela Beatty had over 5,000 views on hers. Kyra had 4.8 thousand on hers, and then Nick Stern had over 4,000 on his. So yeah.
Which one of Nick's? He's on twice.
Stern was when we started talking about the top 5 golfers.
Yeah. When you were talking about Brett not being in the top 5.
Well,
I think that was a short.
I don't know if that was exactly the entire topic, but it was something.
Well, you asked him if Brett was in.
Chloe Wanamaker, the quarterback for the Lady Pioneer flag football team, that had about 3,000 views. So yeah, I mean, there's been multiple ones that were 3,000-4,000. I think even. I'm surprised that the super fans, Kristen and Nikki Reynolds, didn't have more on theirs, but maybe that show had a lot of views. I just don't know if the Eclipse had as much.
Well, anyway, that's just an idea I thought I'd throw out there for you.
Maybe
I don't know
do
what
a top
that
5.
I mean, yeah, and then you could do comments about the top 5, or you can talk about your memories of the show or whatever, and how the reactions were to that.
Yeah, that almost sounds like the Simmons Says Memorial Show right there.
Well, it might be after this race.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else you got on there? Because I had a couple. Connor's struggling in this box, so I'm worried that maybe our broadcast is struggling in there a little bit.
You all right there, Connor?
And Jeff, I don't struggle with box. Okay.
Oh.
Easy now.
Easy, yeah.
Overtime.
Yeah.
We're in overtime. You want to talk about rucking?
Oh, yeah.
Let's don't talk about rucking right now.
But no, it's just talking about some changes that made my life a little more difficult, but also easier at the same time. It's fantastic.
Well, I was gonna say I'm seeing stuff popping up on the screen right now. that I've never seen before. So I was sitting there I was like Connor's probably got something to get into. But what you got, Dad?
No, I was just, the other day or last week when I was on, we talked about the different things that you could challenge the.
Yes. I want to hear.
Have you talked about that anymore with anybody else?
Any more suggestions that we've had on that? No.
I mean, because axe throwing and cheese rolling,
I think
are great things that you could do.
Mabry was all in on cheese rolling.
Was he? Yeah. Was he going to be in on that?
I don't think he'd be in on it. I think that he loved the idea of it.
He wanted to see y'all cheese rolling.
Yeah, I think he thought that would make amazing video, which we ended up. I think we even came up with an image of me rolling down a hill for that.
Did you?
Yes,
I'm telling you, those are two that you should try. But here's another one.
Okay,
Zorb balls. You know what a Zorb ball is?
Those the ones that you put in the water and they become everywhere?
No.
Okay, no. So what are we talking about?
It's those big, gigantic balls. They're clear.
Okay.
And you get inside of it.
Oh.
And you're rolling down the hill inside of those.
Like you're a
human hamster.
You're a human hamster.
That's right.
You want us to do that? So you're talking about that's almost American Gladiator style thing there.
Yeah, kind of.
They used to do that.
You
had to roll. You had to roll into a certain spot, and then the smoke went up and everything. It's a Town Talk versus the Sports Authority in Zorb ball.
Yeah, y'all could do Zorb ball bowling.
Man, I don't know about that.
Come on.
I'm okay with it. I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get really hot. Like it's gonna be super hot in there.
Yeah. They've got a course in Pigeon Forge.
That was the picture we generated.
That's a good one. You should show that on air.
We'll figure it. Yeah, we put it out on the clips.
It's almost as good as you riding the bull.
I don't know if there's anything better than me riding the bull. Connor did that one. So
your mom and Don still going to sponsor that? Your bull riding?
No, I hope not.
They're not.
I hope not.
Do they remember the time that you fell off the monkey bars, or when you fell off of the merry-go-round?
That's what I was
when you were
there
climbing
thinking.
a pie safe and pulled it on top of yourself?
Yeah, I was like, all of a sudden, just because those happened 30 years ago, everybody thinks maybe I'm indestructible now, and I'm like, no, that's not how this works at all.
You were indestructible back then too.
Yeah, other than the fractures.
But I mean, you lived through it.
Yeah, there is that.
All right, well, a second one, if you don't like the Zorb ball, but
I like the idea of the Zorb ball. I just don't know where we would do that.
Down a hill. You can even do that in the water.
Ooh, now Sullins would be all about that.
You could do it on the pool or something.
Okay.
That would be kind of cool.
Oh.
The other is, get ready for this one, sumo wrestling in those sumo suits. All of y'all had to dress up in those sumo suits and do sumo wrestling.
They would have to dress up in them.
No, you would have to too. You'd have to too.
I mean, I'm all in on that. I'm winning that. That's easy.
So I'm giving you 4 really great suggestions for your challenge.
Okay, yeah.
And I think everybody would love to see all of y'all in sumo suits wrestling.
Yeah, there'd be that, of course.
Or in a Zorb ball.
And then apparently we got the new challenge, too, is Ann's versus Trev. We're going to make that free throw shooting competition happen, too. So there's all kinds of new challenges. Man, I'm telling you, she is a terrible I have no idea how she's so athletic, but it's such a bad basketball player.
Yeah.
It's unreal to me. I don't get it.
Well,
she was like one of the best athletes in the entire county when she was coming out of high school.
Well, it's like she said,
play basketball
she picked what she wanted to focus on, and she focused on it.
She figured that out. Yeah,
that's right. She figured it out early in life. That's for sure.
Yeah, so that's 4. Yeah, we'll figure out one of these. I don't know. Yeah.
That's 4 good ones. I like the axe throwing the best, though.
I think that the axe throwing's probably the one that would probably be the best one. Like I said, the only reason I'm not like all in on the axe throwing is I would prefer to somehow tie in some kind of like McMinnville business for it. There's no business in McMinnville. If there was an axe throwing in McMinnville, it'd be all in ready.
I'll talk to Brett about that tomorrow. I think we can get that set up. But I think what you should do is kind of try to combine axe throwing and beer pong.
Gracious. Now you're just trying to get something that Connor can win. And maybe go play with that.
Nah. Connor
Shot
can win
competition.
either
Shot
one of those.
competition, yeah. Yeah. Now the only
A
one
free shot,
Raven
not
and
free
I
throw.
did talk about one where we would try to craft up because there was it's this week's been talking about like the hot dog eating competition we did talk about potential eating competitions where she would go to one of her sponsors on Town Talk and have them craft like a meal or some kind of food competition, which I would assume would probably be Begonias because I know the Begonias is a big sponsor of the Town Talk. And then we could go to either, Praters or Mud Bums or both with the Sports Authority.
Wing eating contest?
Have them do that, yeah. Or
hot wings?
Yeah, here would be the one to me. It's like, just go to Mud Bums and be like, see if y'all can eat Jeff's Jumbo Nachos.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they could, but they might not enjoy it afterwards.
No,
I
probably
mean,
not.
they'd be extremely full.
Everybody just gets a serving of Jeff's Jumbo Nachos, and who can eat it?
Who can eat the most?
Who
servings?
can eat it the fastest?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just who could finish a plate of Jeff's Jumbo's Nachos the fastest? That'd be
good.
interesting. That would
Good
be
timing.
Yeah, just do that because that's probably the biggest. That's probably the big. Unless Brett just wanted to come up with his own food competition.
Oh, he could probably do that.
Oh, I'm sure he could.
He probably could.
And then and like you said, or we could go to Praters and do and we could do like you said, hot wing or they don't really do hot wings. They just smoked wings out there.
And those smoked wings are awesome.
They're very good.
They are really good.
Yep. Shout out to our WCSA sponsors, Mud Bums and Praters. Praters, man, sponsors our disclaimer cracks me up every single time. I think we got it. I already gave Hannah our idea for the disclaimer next week too. So I think we're gonna have we're gonna keep having fun with those. I don't know if you saw yesterday's. It was the Back It Up Terry. Yeah. Hey, well, we should. I think we're about where we need to be. Was just to tell everybody. I hope everybody has a good 4th. Have a safe 4th.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. I know that they were talking about all the potential injuries that can occur on fireworks.
Or just don't be a pansy.
That's what Connor said. I think he was, that one cracked me up when you said that when they were like, oh, it's mostly kids. And Connor said, yeah, because kids are dumb. I'm like, hey, that sounds like something I've said this week.
You did say that this week.
Everybody's like, oh, I wonder what happens to kids. You're handing a child an explosive.
They don't understand the risk.
Their brain isn't fully formed yet.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, like when you say that, we're not saying they'll never be smart. I'm just saying an 8-year-old.
I mean, some of them probably.
Probably not. But I'm just saying that an 8-year-old probably doesn't have the life knowledge of a 38-year-old. Don't hand them a sparkler and expect them to not somehow burn themselves.
Listen, your kid is going to be the one that doesn't grow up to be smart. That's why God made radio hosts.
Fair point.
Oh, my.
Yeah, well, I mean,
in fairness, I have a story about that firecrackers on 4th of July.
Yeah.
When I was young.
Yeah.
We were up at my family's house, Crossville.
Yeah.
And, all of the kids, and there were 100 bazillion of us kids back then, cousins. And we were playing Army, so we had firecrackers. And we were lighting firecrackers and throwing them at each other.
Yeah, as you do.
Oh, yeah. And I threw one over a pile of wood where one of my cousins was hiding.
Yeah.
Well, cousin didn't hear the firecracker until it was too late.
Oh.
It went off. Burned him really bad.
Oh, nice.
Badly.
I was going to say, when you said
English.
when you threw it over a pile of wood, that somehow that it set
Lit the wood
on fire, which would probably be even worse.
Well, my cousin's last name was Wood, if that counts. Set him on fire.
Set him on fire, yeah.
Burned his back pretty badly.
And that's why we don't attend any of the Simmons family functions anymore. The one with firecrackers, I don't know if maybe it's just seared into my brain because I've seen the movie enough. But the movie Armageddon, where the guy's explaining how to take out the meteor coming, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just fire a nuke at it," and he's like, "It won't do anything." He said, and he explains it in the firecracker. Mm-hmm. He says, if you light a firecracker in your hand and you keep your hand open, what happens? It'll burn your hand. But you put a firecracker in your hand and you close your fist around it and it goes off. He's like, your wife will be opening your ketchup bottles for you the rest of your life. It's like that. I was like, so that's always what I think about with firecrackers is you got just don't when they're sealed in something, they're going to blow that up.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of pressure.
Yes.
Like, I mean, just don't. Here's a really good piece of life advice.
Yeah.
Don't hold on to a damn lit firework, especially if it's an explosive one.
Yes.
The
funniest one the funniest one always is when you get those like M80s, those little pack of M80s that go off in like 0.2 seconds, and just lighting those and throwing them under somebody's feet that aren't paying attention, and they
that's
start
always
going
funny.
Off. And then it looks like Yosemite Sam shooting at some people's feet.
You're obsessed with shooting at people. You had high school in the wrong time.
No, I didn't, man. That was right in the midst of all that, man.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot that you graduated in 04.
Yeah, come on, man.
That's right.
That was going to be a really good clip, and then all of a sudden people are like, you can't put that one in there. Speaking of those clips, that happens more than you think. If you ever see a clip of the Simmons Says show and it's like it has like a little jump in it, assume that there's a little jump in it because Connor has said something that I'm like, I don't really want to have that one. I don't really want to put that in there. Or I did. Mostly Connor.
Connor.
Though someone we did get a comment or Instagram comment yesterday on your video where we were talking about the Weird Question Wednesday, and you were Connor was telling his story, and someone just put in the comment section, pink-eyed Sauron is a crazy line.
Yeah,
it is pretty crazy.
I tried so hard to find a video of Johnny Depp trying to take on the Kraken, like a gift that I could put into that video. I just could not. I couldn't find one that had enough quality to it that I could put in there when I was explaining that, because that's really still what I don't know.
Well, can I ask you one more question before we leave?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry. I know you're wanting to get out of here, and Connor's wanting to get out of here too. But Emily and I went to a restaurant yesterday.
Okay.
I want to call it a restaurant. It's one of the newfangled ones where they have the kiosk when you come in the door.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have to order through the kiosk and everything, and then you go sit down and you wait till they call your name or your number or both, and then you go get your food.
Mm-hmm.
But on the kiosk, when you're ordering, when you get done with your order, it asks you if you want to tip.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, no, because you haven't done anything. You know, I mean, you're just going to prepare my food. But then I'm thinking to myself, if I say no and they see that in the back, is that going to affect how they fix my food?
I don't know.
Do you ever wonder about that?
I mean, yeah, you definitely. I mean, like,
and would you tip at a kiosk restaurant?
Yeah, that's
why I
great.
exclusively dine where it's only hot girls in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That way, even if they spit in my food, I'm still happy.
There you go. There's the answer. I mean, well, I think about that because, I mean, you made that point. I ordered Subway this week and went and picked it up, and I'm sitting there, and as I'm ordering it, right when I get to the end, it says the same thing that you said, where it's like, would you like to tip your sandwich artist?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Did it actually say sandwich artist?
It literally
Ooh,
says
that
sandwich
makes
artist.
me more mad than just asking for the tip.
And I was like, no.
Do I get a copy of the print that she did?
So I was sitting there like, no, I really don't want to. But then I had the same thought you did. I'm like, well, what if I don't? And they're just going to.
Yeah, well, if you went to pick it up, she's already fixed it before you get there. In this case, you're answering the question about whether you want to tip or not before they even prepare your food.
I went and put the order up on the mobile app.
Okay.
So I'm sending in the order, so they're gonna know as I send in the order.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that just makes me a
Made
little
me
bit
a little
weird.
nervous too.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, number one, why are they asking for a
I got
tip?
bullied into giving a 10% tip on a sandwich, and I'm like,
You also got bullied into running a 5K. You're easily bullyable.
But he hasn't been bullied into riding a bull yet.
We're working on that. I'm
Yeah,
talking
that's
to
what
Todd
I said.
Peterman right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, even his mom and his mom's best friend are talking about sponsoring it. So.
Yeah, and mom did text me during the show and said, just think 24 hours from now you'll be done with the 5K and you can have your own Diet Cokes and whatever food you want.
comforting.
Yes, very comforting to think that in 24 hours.
That's if you make it through. But I'm going to be with you every step of the way.
Yeah. Don't worry. Mark's already said he'll do CPR if you go down. Mark is super excited about mouth-to-mouth, dog.
Dude, there was a 0% chance Mabry is in McMinnville at 7:30 a.m.
Oh, he's so
on
excited.
a holiday.
And did I say Mabry?
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
You just said Mark.
Yeah.
Who's Mark?
Ask Trevor.
One of his bull riding friends.
Yeah, you can call it bull riding.
I'm really disappointed that you didn't put that quip I had in yesterday about the barrel racers.
Which one?
You didn't see that?
I'm. Sometimes I see them and sometimes I don't. In fact, I think last week or during on the Sports Authority. I think I screenshotted Dad's chat, like my text thread with Dad during the show, and I sent it to Connor. I said, "This is Dad during the show tonight." I was like,
"Whoops!"
And I can't remember I don't remember what it was. What were we talking about at that point?
You were talking about Jemai Meshack.
Oh yeah,
and why he was going to be mad at Trevor, and Trevor said, "Well, barely," when he got picked. Remember? And I said that one of the reasons that Jemai was mad at Trevor is because Jemai's girlfriend is a barrel racer. Oh. And, of course, he's a big rodeo star.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
no, I didn't.
He probably used his line
on
that barrel racing girl.
So you're seeing that.
That's way over your head.
Yeah, way over my head.
If I've got to explain it that much, it's not a good joke.
It's not. Yeah, it was even that. And Trev was very
I tried the whole girlfriend angle.
And Trev was very adamant. He did not want to go down because that is just.
It's
not,
also
it's not true. He knows that family very well.
He knows that family. Also,
yeah,
that dude is tall.
Who?
Jemai Meshack.
Yeah,
he's as tall as Jeff.
You can't. I would not want to offend that. Yeah, but here's the other thing. If I run far enough away, Jeff's not going to get me.
He will get you.
Jemai Meshack, whatever his name is.
Jemai Meshack.
Yeah, there you go.
He's like the best. He's the best defender in the country. You can't get, his whole thing is you can't get away from him.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, he would pummel any of us easily.
He's the kind of guy I could see coming on this show. If you could find somebody. Yeah.
I'd love to have him.
Yeah. Hey, we'll set up a boxing match between
Trevor
Meshack,
and Trevor.
And Trev.
Yeah.
No, Meshack's a nice guy. He would never do that.
I don't know.
Unless his girlfriend was a barrel racer.
If we showed her all those clips of Trev trashing him, he might.
He might want to ask Trev a few questions.
I'll see what it's like to get a license for combat sport. We'll set this up.
Yeah. Hey, I just wrote a story about that.
Hey, Country Club. You want to let us host it there?
Yeah. Hey, there's an MMA team in McMinnville, that Team Legacy over there that's got the Razor's Edge. I wrote that story this week, too. So, yeah. Hey, check out the Main Street Journal if you want any of the latest coverage of all different things. I think, like I said, I'm going to be out at Midway tomorrow, so that's probably what I'll be writing about. Of course, I'll be writing about the 5K as well. Hopefully, Connor's going to get us some good pictures from the 5K. I hope so. He's shaking his head, yes. We'll see how that goes. And we'll have some results up as soon as we possibly can and get all those tomorrow. And then, it sounds like we're going to have a new winner. Going to have a new winner. I don't think the defending 3-time champion is going to be there. So that's going to be the big story from the 5K. And if I survive. I don't know which one's the bigger story.
Just remember this, people, when you're running behind me and Jeff.
Yeah.
Shake and bake.
You think people will start walking behind us early just for the wind resistance, just kind of like drafting?
Shielding.
It's like drafting.
Well, they won't be drafted because we're not going to be going fast enough. But
just the shield.
Shield from
It would be funny if y'all start in the front and literally just do shake and bake the whole. No one's times are good.
The best one would be if we started out we kind of sprinted out and then all of a sudden we did this slingshot.
Yeah.
and I slingshot around Dad, and then by the time we get to the corner, we're just huffing and puffing. I think if we tried to run, if Dad and I tried to run, by the time we got up to where it turns to go into Sparta Street, I don't think we'd ever finish the race.
Mm-mm.
If we tried to run all the way there, it would take all of our energy. We would never finish the entire 5K. We'd end up, I don't know.
Probably not. Well, we wouldn't finish in 45 minutes.
No, we would be.
We'd probably finish, but we wouldn't. I've actually wondered, does it count if part of the way you roll?
Hey, as long as you get to the finish line, that's all that matters.
Because, I'm thinking is going downhill, we could roll pretty well. Yeah. That might be good. You might have a few bumps and bruises and scrapes and everything, but if it'll improve your time, we can do that.
I don't foresee this being a big thing. Like by the time we come to the finish line, there'll still be people around that are obviously there to clap for everybody. But if there is like a large faction of people that like, oh, there's Jeff Simmons as we come through. I
want to see that.
It would be funny if I just did a stop, drop, and roll across. I'm done, folks. And just start rolling. Or even if you just push me across the line, roll me across the line, it would be funny.
It would be funny if somebody had a wheelchair waiting for you too.
All right,
in an ambulance.
Love you, Dad. I hope
hope
everybody enjoyed the Simmons Says show. We'll be back on Monday, 9 a.m. We're live every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the Simmons Says show.
Happy birthday, America.
Yep.